Yeah.
All right, Ethan, that was one heck of a game you just played, my man. You made some incredible saves. Walk me
Thanks.
through some of those saves that you made: shootout, penalty shot, overtime, everything.
Man, I guess I had that one save in overtime with my arm.
Yeah, when you went post to post, completely sprawled out with your blocker, that was real incredible. I said that probably should be on the Sports Center top 10
Thanks.
plays of the day. Can you walk me through what you saw on that play?
So I saw the one guy who's looking over, he looked at me. I saw where his stick was pointing, so I knew that he was going to go over there, so
And you just gave it one big push and saw that puck and gave everything you had.
yeah.
How have you liked this tournament so far, Ethan?
I think it's great.
Who's your favorite hockey player?
Now or old time?
All time.
I love Dominic Hasek.
Dominic Hasek, yeah,
Yeah.
he's real good. He actually played here in Chicago once upon a time. I don't know if you knew that.
Actually?
Yeah, that's actually where he started his career, I believe. But what before your game, what's something that you always do for good luck, whether it's getting locked in or something that you always do?
I mean, usually me and my dad will throw the ball like with my glove. That gets me dialed in.
That's something that every game you always do that?
Yeah.
Seems like it's been working out so well, and it worked out well today. Good luck, Ethan. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks.
Austin, what a game that was. Can you talk me through what it feels like to win that game?
Oh, it feels awesome. I couldn't have done it without my teammates.
Yeah, you had a goal in that game, and your line was responsible for all 5 of the goals. Can you help tell me what happened? What led to that success for you guys?
Just kept pushing each other, telling them we could do this and stuff.
Yeah,
Motivation.
who's your favorite hockey player of all time, Austin?
Kirill Kaprizov.
Kirill Kaprizov. You a big Minnesota Wild fan?
Mm-hmm.
All time, he's your favorite player, even going
Yeah.
back?
Mm-hmm.
Is he somebody that you like to model your game after?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like his edge work.
His edge work? He's a very good skater, Kirill Kaprizov. Is there something that you do every single game that you feel like you have to do in order to have good luck? Superstition?
Tape. I usually tape my stick before every game.
White tape or black tape?
White.
White?
Mm.
Toe to heel or heel to toe?
Heel to toe.
Heel to toe?
Mm-hmm.
Always, every time?
Yep.
All right. What's your favorite dessert?
Probably ice cream with sprinkles on it.
Can you do me a favor? Can you tell your parents that you deserve some ice cream with sprinkles on it tonight?
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
all right. Congratulations on the win today, and good luck
Okay.
the rest of the
Thank
tournament,
you.
Austin.
Thank you.
go. And welcome to the Continental Clash here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena. My name is Andrew Rubin, and I'm your only broadcaster here today as we have a fierce bout between the Western Selects and Toronto Elite. Toronto Elite enters in winning their first game of the day today, whereas the Western Selects fell in their first game, so they are 0-1. 15-minute period, so 15 minutes up on the clock, and we are ready to get underway here. Face-off is won by Toronto. Back to Max Thompson. He moves it up, but then it's picked off by the Western Selects. Here come the Selects. They get in. Rebound. Great chance right off the bat for C.J. Panza, but he couldn't finish. Wraparound attempt, and that's saved as well by our starting goaltender, William Loftus, for the Toronto Elite. Starting goaltender for the Western Selects is Donovan Chavez. Puck still in the Toronto Elite zone as the Selects putting in all sorts of pressure. Here's Mahari Morrow. He centers it, but he couldn't have any luck, and here comes Toronto Elite and Cooper Richards. Richards walking around. He's going to end up in the corner, and he finds Jahoon Lee under the net. They center it and off the stick of Josh Hackett, but he couldn't finish, and the Selects clear the danger. Held in at the line, though, by Thompson, but the Selects get in. They look to break out. Here is Igor Karpovtsev. He finds it under the net. It's another wraparound attempt, and the net comes off, but the play still goes on. Finally, we get a whistle. I will let you guys know that we have had trouble with this net all day long, specifically on this end. The net to my left as well has had a few issues, but this net specifically to my right has had tons of issue with staying on its pegs. All day long we've had numerous arguments and fans yelling, thinking that the goaltender's knocking it off on purpose. But either way, it's going to lead to a face-off. That's the Selects win, looking for a centering pass, but that couldn't be completed as Toronto Elite clears the zone. The Selects get it back at neutral ice, and they're going to look to attack, as this is Jack Leibowitz. But he couldn't get very far, and Toronto Elite looks to bring it back. Here's DeGazio. DeGazio looks to wind up. He's going to toe drag and finally gets it across. He's going to motor, and he shoots off the post and off the netting. Was the shot there, as that's the first action that Donovan Chavez has faced this game with 13:04 to go, and that rings right off the post. .13:04 here to go in the first. We are still scoreless. We've seen lots of early goals scored in this tournament so far, so I wouldn't be surprised to see another one here as the faceoff's won by Toronto. Bennett McCavin had a little bit of trouble, and that puck got turned over, but no counterattack really by the Selects. But they force another turnover, and here's Logan Stevens. He's going to walk in one-on-one. His shot is blocked, and Toronto's going to look to go the other way. They chip it off the boards, and is it going to be far enough for icing? It will be with 12:38 to go here in the first period. It'll be an offensive zone faceoffs for the Western Selects. Faceoff's going to be to the left of William Loftus. He is the only goalie on this Toronto roster, so he will have lots of action in this tournament. Multiple games a day all week long here at the Continental Clash. As that point shot gets through and saved by Loftus. Turned over by Toronto. But they get it right back as it's Che Ruiz. Ruiz with a quick, nifty moves. And he looked to center it, but that puck deflected all the way out of the zone. Sent back in. Ruiz is going to have to give chase to it again. This time he turns it over, and a stuffed shot is saved. Up to the point. Point shot deflected and sticked away by Loftus. Toronto has it in the corner. They get to the middle to Jahoon Lee. Here comes Lee. Looking to bend around, but he's erased by Gavin Greiger. Liam Mulligan picks up that puck, but then he gets met by multiple Toronto players as well. Here's Greiger. Gets it over to Mulligan. Mulligan back to Greiger under their own net. Now walking out, he's going to go to the middle. He's got his man, Rafa Bernoldi. They got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Bernoldi leaves it off. Shot deflected wide. That one stung Max Sue. Now here comes Toronto. Flying down the far side, looking to center it. Gets to Richards, but behind him, he just had to dump it in deep. Here's Nate DeGazio. He looks to get it up to the point, but that bounced away. And they just had to chip it up where it's now with the selects and Mahari Morrow. He's going to hop around, but that play gets whistled down for offsides. 10:55 to go here in the first. Best scoring chance was probably right off the faceoff. We had a big rebound opportunity. But pretty evenly matched so far for both teams. We've seen probably a little bit more offensive zone time for the Western Selects. But both teams really seem to be matching up well with each other right now. As Toronto wins that faceoff, deflected, so it's going to be no icing. Max Blake makes the breakout pass and looking for a stretch pass, but that's intercepted there by Bennett McCavan. There's a sharp angle shot saved by Chavez. As that puck comes in the middle, and McCavan, he couldn't handle it, just going to steer it to the boards. Mahari Morrow moves it up. They chip it up again, and it's going to come back to McCavan in his own end. He's going to go with the backhand up. And they're going to look to escape the zone as they do get that puck across the blue line. But the Western Selects are all over it. But here comes Sue. Sue's going to have an opportunity here, just poked away by Chavez. Here come the Selects. They got a man on the far side. C.J. Connolly. He gets spun out and he loses the puck, and that puck gets sent down to Jet Longridge. Longridge moved it apart to his defensive partner where they move it up, but that's quickly shut down by Hackett in Toronto. Hackett's got some speed. Hackett's flying through the neutral zone. He's going to go wide. He gets steered into the corner and a race there, but Toronto still has possession. The net has come off, and as I've mentioned here, we have had problems with it all day of that net coming off its posts. And that's going to draw a whistle and end the threat for Toronto. Face-off, one to the boards by Western Selects. They're going to float it across to the middle and just over the stick of Jack Leibowitz. And that plays offsides as well. Really haven't gotten this game off to a smooth sailing yet with all the whistles so far, offsides, icings, everything of that nature. But that tends to happen, especially when net comes off like this as easy as it does. You get lots of whistles, and it's kind of hard to find the flow in the game. Toronto won the faceoff, but that puck went right to the Selects and C.J. Connolly. He brought it all the way into the Toronto end where Toronto has it now, where it's Sammy Hickey. He moves it to the middle to DeGazio. DeGazio's going to motor on. He goes past the defenseman. He's going to cut in, pass to the middle. One-timer saved by Chavez. Shot was right on, but Chavez was up to the task. Now they're going to go indirect here, and here come the Selects. Driving wide, but knocked away very nicely by Che Ruiz. And that threat is eliminated as here comes DeGazio again, flying down the boards. Could be a hook. We're going to get no call. But DeGazio really showcasing his speed as here come the Selects walking across the middle. They floated in front. Shot saved by Loftus. Real tricky play as that puck got stopped, but then almost just got flicked on net again. But Loftus was up to the task. Here comes Che Ruiz. He's going to float it to the middle. There's all sorts of red jerseys, and here come the Selects. Jack Leibowitz motoring. He's going to have a breakaway. His shot saved by Loftus with the blocker. You can see Loftus right from this angle. Perfect job tracking it. As here come the Elite, as we're going to have a penalty here. Interference or hooking Hooking looks like it's going to be the call, and the Western Selects are going to head to the power play with 7:59 to go here in the first period. Nobody heading to the box yet for Toronto Elite. As finally we see Cooper Richards go to the box, as he's going to have to sit for 2 minutes. Faceoff is won by Toronto. Ruiz is going to have it under his net, and he's going to clear. Puck played by a high stick. They're not going to touch it there. They do touch it. And that faceoff is going to come all the way down to the Western Select zone. Still 0-0 tied here, 7:47 to go in the first. Minute 48 on the power play for the Western Selects. That faceoff's pushed forward, and Sue takes a shot, save! Rebound came right back to him, but couldn't get off a shot was Hackett. Hackett in the first game of the day today had a goal and 3 assists for 4 points. As here's Lee. Lee had a hat trick. Here's Hackett with a backhand save. Oh no, score! Puck went right through Donovan Chavez. And just as we were talking about him, Josh Hackett breaks the ice here, shorthanded for Toronto Elite. Still a minute 24 to go on the power play for the Western Selects, but much of it seems like the first game where Jahoon Lee had a hat trick and Josh Hackett had a goal and 3 assists. They get together again to break the ice here for the opening goal of this game. Faceoff is won by Toronto, but it's going to end up all the way back in their own zone. Here's Max Sue. Max Sue riding around the boards. He loses it as he's pressured, but he gets it back, and he's going to clear it out of the zone. Almost taking it there was Toronto, but the Western Selects get possession. And they're going to enter the zone. Nice toe drag move there. They're going to move it across to Liam Mulligan, but he couldn't get a shot off. Held in at the line by Mahari Morrow. He's going to head under that. He's going to take a stuff attempt. Couldn't get a shot off, and that puck fouled him all the way through the crease and out. Here's Preet. Preet looks to go in the middle. It's deflected there, and his teammate almost had it, but could not get that shot off on his forehand, or he would have had an open net. In the corner, it was Preet to DP D'Enrico. They're going to look to stretch the ice here, the Selects, and they got Logan Stevens. Toe drag by Stevens, but the back pressure there got to him to knock that puck away. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Puck just out of the zone, and that's going to bring both teams to full strength as the Selects walk across the blue line again. Liam Mulligan. Upward to Mahari Morrow. That slap shot gets deflected, but could not get to the front of the net there. But the Selects still have it. Backhand to the middle, but that puck is knocked away by Che Ruiz. Nate DeGazio trying to clear, but he fails, but then a puck finds Preet. Preet gets it taken away as well. Here's Liam Melnikov. Melnikov still going with it. He's going to go wide. He looks to center. That puck found nobody. It's going to come all the way up to Jack Leibowitz. Leibowitz from the backhand. That shot's blocked. In the corner is Elite. Stick count with it to the middle of the ice. Just gets it out of the zone to Austin McDermott. McDermott walks in, fakes a shot, gives a pass. Shot high and wide. Grade A scoring chance there from the Selects, but shot just went over the crossbars. Here's DeGazio for the Elite. He's going to rim it around. Liam Mulligan then goes up the boards where he finds Sammy Hickey. Hickey with a toe drag, but that puck just gets knocked away. And here's Logan Stevens. Stevens through the middle of the ice to Leibowitz. Leibowitz over the blue line. He's going to shoot. He scores! What a wrister by Jack Leibowitz. And he knots things up at 1. Jack Leibowitz beats William Loftus over the shoulder with 4:34 to go here in the first period. Face-off is battled for at center ice, but Toronto Elite walks away with it. They look for the middle pass, but they can't get it, and back comes the Selects. They're going to have a 2-on-1. Here's C.J. Connolly walking in. He passes across, shot, they score again! Jack Leibowitz again! Just a few seconds later, he puts them ahead by 1 now, and Western Selects lead 2-1 in this one, just like that. What a shift from Jack Leibowitz. That first goal was assisted by Austin McDermott. That goal assisted by C.J. Connolly on what was a perfectly executed 2-on-1. And the Western Selects lead by 1 now. They lose the faceoff again off the draw, and this time it gets sent into the Selects zone. Behind the net, Austin McDermott. He's going to move it over to Leibowitz. Leibowitz gets taken down, no call. That chance is erased by Toronto, and that puck gets rimmed around as they look to leave the zone. But it's held in. Leibowitz moves it up looking for Hickey, and then Hickey looks like he pulled the feet of a Toronto player, and that's going to be a power play for Toronto Elite with 3:45 to go here in the first period. Or I'm sorry, that's going to be C.J. Connolly that gets the tripping penalty. He's going to sit for 2 minutes. And this is going to be the first power play opportunity for Toronto Elite in this one. Face-off won by DeGazio. Puck comes up to Sue. Sue pressured, gets it through to Hackett. Hackett, the goal scorer in this game, looking to set up shop on the half wall. A couple of nifty stick handles. More stick handles from Hackett. He's going to kick it up to Ruiz. Comes right back to Hackett. He's going to go down low. Looking, backdoor just past the stick of DeGazio. DeGazio gets it back. He's going to walk to the middle. He's going to look backdoor. That puck's deflected in front and frozen by Donovan Chavez with 3:13 to go in the period, 1:28 to go on the power play. Face off to the right of Donovan Chavez. Scrum for it, and it's going to be Sue who walks into that puck. He's going to take it under the net. Sue being harassed by Adrian Russo, but they're going to walk out with it as Toronto Elite. Still under the net, though, and Western Selects finally get the puck, but they turn it over right away. It's Ruiz. Ruiz right by those Zamboni doors, still under the net, and then finally cleared by the Western Selects. Just under a minute to go of power play time. Loftus looks to play that puck up, and it clears the zone briefly, but sent back in by the Selects. Here's DeGazio with a little jump deke, looking to get things started. He finds Sue. Sue moves it up to Preet. Preet coming on that right-hand wall. Drops it, leaves it back. Couple Nick sit down, he plays backhand just wide of the net. What was a great stick handles there from Hackett. Selects force the turnover, but Ruiz gets it back. He sends it under where the Selects are going to have it again, but now Hackett has it. Hackett to Richards. Richards moves it across to Ruiz. Ruiz's shot is saved. Rebound scored! Cooper Richards right on the doorstep, gets that puck right off the pads of Donovan Chavez and buries it into the wide open net. And with the power play goal, we are all knotted at 2 with 1:55 to go in the period. Two goals aside here in this first period. With still 1:55 to go, so we still could have more action. As another scramble off the face-off, but Toronto's going to walk out that it's Lee. Lee's going to look to go to the middle, but that's shut off by Rafa Bernoldi. And he's going to look to make a stretch pass that was out of the reach of Logan Stevens, but he's going to give chase. McGavin under his own net. He's going to stop. He finds DeGazio. DeGazio's got speed. Flying down the boards. He ends up toe-picking, though, and just gets it in deep. Under their own net is Jet Longridge. They move it up the boards, but it's shut down by Toronto. Austin McDermott now. He finds Logan Stevens, who backhands it all the way up to Liam Melnikov. Melnikov walking in. He's going to go wide. He's under the net, but he gets bumped off the puck, but Rafa Bernoldi's there. They still battle for it. Here's McDermott. McDermott pulls his forehand shot, saved by Loftus, rebound clear by Max Thompson. Here comes Toronto. Here's DeGazio. DeGazio's got speed. He leaves it for Lee. Lee just missed the net on the shot. Just a few inches away from that post. 30 seconds to go in the period. Ruiz's dump gets blocked. They got a 2-on-1. Ruiz is chasing. He's back checking. He's going to catch him. Great back check there from Ruiz to shut down that opportunity. Ruiz then clears it and it comes out of the zone. Ruiz has it again. Walking across. Moved up the boards. That's Bothwell, but he had a problem with the linesman. 5 seconds to go. Toe drag. 2 seconds to go. Moved across. Just wide. The sound of the horn, that's going to be the end of the first period of what was a very exciting first period. And don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back with second period action. Welcome back for second period action. 15 minutes up on the clock. We're tied 2-2 in the period of the long change. That faceoff flew right past Max Blake, who's going to have to chase it back into his own corner. They battle for it there. Both teams digging vigorously. But if the Selects are going to walk out of it, it's Adrian Russo. That play is going to be whistled down for offsides. That's just a foot over, was a Selects player. But that's just enough, and that's going to draw the whistle as the Selects are going to make a change quickly into the second period. Our goal scorers in this game are 2 goals scored by Jack Leibowitz on one shift for the Western Selects. Josh Hackett has one, and Cooper Richards has one for the Toronto Elite, and that's where we are right now with the goal scoring. Here's Preet right along the near side boards. Stick handling his way, but he's angled off by Liam Mulligan. Preet still got it, though. He moves it up to the point, Ruiz. Ruiz is just going to send it right back Preet's way, where it's picked up by the Selects. Selects make a very nice breakout pass as Tyler Smith. He moves it over to Mahari Morrow. Looks like we're going to get a penalty called, as we're going to get a hook as the players go palms up. So I didn't really think there was much of a penalty there in my own opinion. But it looks like it's going to go to Josh Hackett. Or no, it looks like it's going to go to Che Ruiz. And the Western Selects are going to get their second chance at a power play. They did give up a shorthanded goal, though, on their first one. That puck deflects, and it almost comes into the bleachers here for a quick whistle. 13:50 to go here in the second period. A minute 55 left on the power play, and because that puck was deflected, that faceoff's going to come out of the zone. Faceoff is won by Toronto. They're going to bring it under their own net and look to clear, but it's deflected, and it's going to be held in. C.J. Connolly works it up to the point. That shot's fanned on, and here comes DeGazio. DeGazio loses in his skates, though. He was home free. And finally, that puck is cleared all the way down for Toronto. Pressuring it is DeGazio, and he actually wins that puck, but couldn't get it deep. And here's C.J. Connolly. He moves it across to Blake. Blake out to Leibowitz. He's got two. He's looking for the hat trick. Backhand shoulder save by Loftus. Up at the point, missed at first, but quickly regained. Backdoor pass to Connolly. Connolly gets it. His shot is blocked by McGavin in a sprawling attempt. Great shot block there from McGavin. That puck comes all the way down to Donovan Chavez, but rolls away into the corner. Now Toronto has possession. That puck gets floated over to Sue. His shot finds its way through, but Chavez is able to save it. Richards has it. He sends it low to DeGazio. His pass comes out of the zone. And Toronto's going to have to regroup as they're going to send it in. But it's picked off by the Western Selects, and what could be a trip but no call, as here's Blake. Blake gets it to the middle, but missed the stick of Leibowitz, who's going to have to chase after it. He's got it now. He fires it off the pad. It comes right to the middle, but unable to get a shot off. And now against the boards, could be a hit there, no call. Puck gets left, looks almost clear, but deflected again as they battle for it, and here they come. Backhand to the front of the net, knocked away. Right out of the box is Toronto. They're going to have a 2-on-1 here. Tried to get to the middle, missed them at first. Now they go again, sticked away. Very nice play there from Mahari. Puts the Western Selects up 3-2. .11:31 to go, and Mahari Morrow has given the Western Selects a 1-goal lead, as the Western Selects send that puck back in again under the net of William Loftus, and they get the pressure and they get the turnover they're looking for. Unable to generate off of it initially, but still keeping that puck under the goal line is the Selects. Here's Sammy Hickey. He looks to move it up, but that's intercepted by Austin McDermott. McDermott wins it up. Selects are going to have another 3-on-1. Pass goes across, deflected, and saved by Loftus. Still in front of him. It's still loose. They battle for it, but Toronto has it again. Here's Ruiz. Ruiz able to clear the danger, and he's able to headman the puck up. Ruiz is going to have a 3-on-1. He's going to slide it across. Unable to handle the pass is Hickey, and that kicks below the goal line. Now here's McDermott. McDermott moves it up to Stevens. Stevens across to Melnikov. Melnikov's 1-on-3 right now, looking for some help. He's just going to hold. He's steered off the puck, and Ruiz has it. Ruiz rims it around to Bothwell. Dangerous pass in the middle there. Leipowitz almost intercepted it. Now here's McDermott. McDermott moves it all the way across the ice. Now here's Leipowitz. Leipowitz shot deflected. He's still on hat-trick watch from the first period as Leipowitz. Having trouble with it is Toronto, and now the Selects have it. They look to center. Just over the stick of Leipowitz, but he's... Now here's Ruiz. Ruiz very active below his own net today with the puck. But he's tied up. Shot from the point, steered aside by Loftus. Puck comes back to Russo. He shoots again. This one's blocked. Ruiz has it. Looks to clear, but it's intercepted. Ruiz picks it off again. Now he's going the other way. They got a 3-on-2. Ruiz just gives it off and gets a change. Russo's got it, but he has a blowout. Leipowitz is there to pick it up. Leipowitz moves it up, and that puck is cleared. As Connolly looks to attack, but he can't get there. Now he's got it again. Leipowitz gets it in deep. McGavin's back for Toronto. His pass is deflected, but still finds its way. As here's Hackett. Hackett's going to have a breakaway. Here comes Hackett. Hackett backhand score! Josh Hackett got that puck moving full speed right through the middle of the ice. Burned both of the defensemen with his speed and pulled it to his backhand and beat Donovan Chavez to knot this game up 3-3. With 8:51 to go here in the second period. Seemed like play had really been dominated by the Selects for the last few minutes up until that point, but making the most of their opportunities was Toronto. The Selects get it back into the Toronto zone where it's held in by Russo, who takes a hit. Looks like we're going to get a penalty behind the play. Hackett is going to get that penalty. I did not see a signal. Maybe a slash was the call. But on that same shift where Hackett scores a goal, he takes a penalty behind the play for his team, and the Selects are going to have a power play again now. Face off to the left of William Loftus is won by Toronto. And that puck's going to leave the zone. Now here's Morrow. Morrow fakes. He's getting chased. He's being harassed by DeGazio. Shot, score! I believe that is Max DiPier Domenico. As they get another shorthanded goal, does Toronto Elite. And just like that, they're going to take a 1-goal lead again. Both teams go for changes. 18-18 to go here in the period. 1:46 to go on the power play. Here come the Selects right off the face-off. Leibowitz almost walked right in off the face-off for a breakaway, but that puck got steered to the corner. Leipowitz now has it under the net. He moves it up to Karpotsev's pass is intercepted by DP Monaco. He sends it down as here's Preet. Preet's going to get there first, and he's got it. He's taking it under the net. He goes to stuff attempt, but that's saved by Chavez. Now here comes the Selects. Connolly coming in. He's weighing his options. He shoots. That goes wide. Karpovtsev. He goes all the way across for Connolly. Connolly up to Krieger. Back to Connolly. He's got space. He's going to walk in. He shoots. Saved. Rebound. They look to bank it off of Loftus, but they can't. And Ruiz has it under, but it's taken away. Lapowitz. Lapowitz stick handling. He floats it under the net. For Blake. Blake looks to stuff it. Net comes off, and there's the whistle. I've said it before, I'll say it again. These nets are awfully fragile here today. If there was good pegs, I have a feeling the net probably would not have come off its moorings yet. But here we are with 7 minutes to go, and it's already happened multiple times. 28 seconds to go on the Western Selects power play. 4-3 Toronto Elite. Face-off is won by the Selects. It's Stevens. Stevens in the corner. He's dancing. Fakes one out. He's going to attack the net. He looks to center, but that puck's deflected. Shot by McDermott, deflected wide. Stevens looks to recenter it, but that found nobody. It finds McDermott again. McDermott has trouble, but there for the help is Melnikov. McDermott's going to keep it in. Briefly, oh no, they still got it. But Hackett brings it out of the zone, fresh out of the box. Both teams at full strength. Here's DeGazio. He tries to make a move, but can't. As here's Bernoldi. Bernoldi chips it up, but misses the stick of Stevens. Stevens is looking to beat his man, but he can't. Here's Hackett. Hackett's going to get it under his own goal line, and here he goes. Hackett with lots of speed and lots of space. 97 in blue. Fakes in, goes outside, but he's angled off very nicely by Jet Longridge. Melnikov, he passes it up to C.J. Panza. Panza with a toe drag back to his forehand, but the back pressure just got to him. What was a tremendous move there from Panza. Longridge finds McDermott. That play is going to be whistled down for offsides. 5:34 to go here in the second period. Still a one-goal lead for Toronto Elite. Face-off won by Toronto. Chipped up, and the Selects are going to have possession. It's Gavin Grieger. Puck to the middle finds Mahari Morrow, but quickly slapped off of his stick. That puck gets slapped all the way back into the Toronto zone where Mahari Morrow is going to pressure. It gets rimmed all the way around to DeGazio with the speed. He's going to fly past one. He's going to center to Hackett, but couldn't get a shot off. Ruiz sends it down looking for Hackett, but now it's to Lee. Lee gets nudged off the puck. And Morrow just chips it in deep as he's going to go for a change. Pressure applied by Tyler Smith as he gets taken down. Puck finds Smith again, though. He sends it under to Lapowitz, but he gets erased. Now here's Lee. He sends it out of the zone all the way to Liam Mulligan. Now Karpatsov, he sends it up to Connolly. Connolly, backhand shot, saved by Loftus, still loose. Now it comes right in the middle of the ice, nobody there. But Sammy Hickey leading the charge. Hickey went down, but now they still got it. It's Hackett. Hackett walks in. His shot, glove saved by Chavez. Here's Ruiz. Sends it down to Hackett. Hackett does a little spin around. Could have been a trip, not going to get a call. Ruiz gets knocked without the puck, and we're going to have a delayed penalty. Still a delayed penalty as the Selects haven't touched it. It's Hickey. Hickey's going to move it up to Hackett. Here comes Hackett. They're going to have numbers. Extra attacker on for Toronto. Hackett still holding. Looking around. Fans on his pass, and we're going to have a whistle. We're going to get a roughing call. Looks like it's going to be on Leibowitz, who's going to add his name even more to the score sheet as he already has 2 goals in this game. But to the power play goes Toronto, already up a goal. 3:09 to go here in the second period. It is looking like we will have an ice cut at the end of the second period, which will be an intermission. It looks like the center's being kicked out of the faceoff here for the Western Selects. And Logan Stevens is going to hop in to take it. That faceoff is won by Toronto. Walking in, shot by Sue. Pat aside by Chavez. Puck back up to Sue, but he couldn't keep it in, and they're going to have to be forced to regroup. Sue all the way back to his own end. He moves it over to Ruiz. Ruiz moves it up to DeGazio. DeGazio finds Sue. Over to Richards, all the way across to DeGazio, but he couldn't get to the back door in time. Now it's Ruiz. Looks to go up the strong side, but the Selects are there. They clear the zone. Ruiz is back for it. Now it's DeGazio. DeGazio brings it. He leaves it for Ruiz. Ruiz sends it back for DeGazio. Back to Ruiz in front. Backhand shot saved by Chavez. Ruiz still has it. Circling the net. He falls down, and the Selects are going to ice it all the way down. 45 seconds remain on the power play. Both teams make changes. 1:50 to go in the period. Here comes Toronto. Long pass, bounces over the stick. That's going to be icing. Two big time killers on power plays are icings and offsides. Just saw the icings there by the Toronto Elite. So that faceoff's going to come all the way down into their zone. 37 seconds to go on the power play. Faceoff goes to Hackett. Hackett motoring along, but he stops, puts on the brakes. Now he finds Preet. Preet walks across the blue line. He's got space. He leaves it for Hickey. Hickey's going to send it back for Preet under the goal line. Preet stick handles, but it gets taken away by Mulligan. But now Lee takes it away from Mulligan. Back to Preet. Preet walking out. He's going to backhand just wide. Hickey in the corner. Hickey's got it. It comes up to Hackett. Hackett's going to stick handle. It gets knocked off of his stick. Now to Hickey. Hickey to Preet. Preet in the corner. He's going to bring it to the middle. He shoots. He scores. Goes right between 2 Western Select defenders, and a quick snapshot goes right into the top corner of the net and beats Donovan Chavez. And this is now a 5-3 game with 1:02 to go in the second period. Really a great job by Preet there, as that goal was just all his determination and muscle. Looked like the puck could have been taken from him a couple times by a couple defenders, but his strength just powered through. And as soon as he got the moment, he released a laser for a goal. But here come the Selects. It's Connolly. His backhand pass is intercepted by Hackett. Hackett's steaming the other way. Goes around one. Just poked away by Russo was Hackett. 45 seconds to go. It's been all Toronto at the end of the second period. Here's Connolly. Connolly coming in. He's going to go wide. He fans on a shot. Puck finds its way to Russo. He fans on a shot as well. Hickey had a problem with it. Now it's Leibowitz. Leibowitz is going to go under. His wraparound picked off by Hickey. Hickey has space. He gets taken down. There's going to be a delayed penalty. Here's Preet. Preet hesitates. He comes across the middle. Preet still got it. 5 seconds to go in the period. Preet still got it. He goes up the boards. Shot after the buzzer anyways. And Toronto's going to start the third period on a 2-minute power play. But it looks like we're going to have an ice cut with a score of 5-3 Toronto Elite. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with third period action. Welcome back to the Continental Clash here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena in beautiful Mount Prospect, Illinois. 15 minutes up on the clock for the third period here between the Toronto Elite and the Western Selects. Toronto Elite is up 5-3 with goals from Francesco Preet, Max DiPiDermanico, Josh Hackett again, Che Ruiz and Cooper Richards. Toronto Elite possess the puck off of the faceoff, and they're going to send it in deep. They're on the power play, remember, for the first 2 minutes of this period, and the centering pass to DeGazio, that shot is saved. Right off the bat, Donovan Chavez on his game to start this third period as he shuts down that chance from DeGazio. The Western Selects have their goals, 2 goals from Jack Leibowitz and 1 from Mahari Morrow. 14:34 to go here in the third period. Face off to the left of Donovan Chavez. Face off won by Toronto. That shot is deflected right in front of the net, and that puck just floats its way. Or I'm sorry, I believe that's Henry McDonald in net, as he has relieved Donovan Chavez in this game for this third period. So that first save was the first puck that Henry McDonald has seen in this entire game, as he had to sit on the bench for the first 2 periods. Now Toronto has the puck again off the faceoff. Hackett has it at the top. He walks in. He fakes. He spins around. He's got space. He goes forehand, backhand, back to his forehand. He passes it almost to Richards, but he couldn't handle it. Just about a minute to go on the power play. Connolly chips that puck out, but Hackett's got it. Hackett's got speed. He's coming in. He fakes. He goes wide. Hackett, sharp angled shot, misses the net. Ruiz is able to get there before it leaves the zone. Here's Hackett. Sue sends it all the way around, and here's Ruiz. Now here's Leibowitz. They're going to have a 2-on-1. Leibowitz and Connolly. Leibowitz coming in. He goes for the hat trick. That shot is saved by William Loftus. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Looking for that shorthanded goal was Leibowitz. He's DiPiDermanico. He falls. They battle for it in the corner. It's Blake. Blake has it. He sends it all the way down the ice. No icing because of the power play. Hackett's back there, but he overskates it. It's Mahari Morrow. He goes short side and he scores! Just as the penalty expired for the Western Selects, Mahari Morrow gets his second of the game. And just like that, the Toronto Elite lead has been cut in half with 12:58 to go here in the third. What was a flyby by Josh Hackett on the boards there. Mahari Morrow just picked up that puck, took it right to the front of the net, and beat William Loftus on the short side right past the blocker to bring his team within 1 goal. Face-off goes to Tyler Smith. He's walking in his long shot into the glove of Loftus, and he's going to hang on for a whistle. 12:52 to go in the third, 5-4. Toronto Elite, as this face-off's going to come to the left of Loftus. Face-off is picked up by Lee. Lee's going to find Preet. Preet loses it, and Lee's going to win the battle for it. He looks to center it. It comes to DeGazio. His shot's deflected wide. That centering pass off the stick, or skate, sorry, of DeGazio, and kicks aside to the boards. Russo battles for it there. Puck comes up to DeGazio. DeGazio's going to go right down the main street. He finds Lee. Puck just rolled off of Lee's stick as he was about to let that shot loose. Preet's wide open under the net. He looks to center DeGazio. DeGazio's got his shot saved. Down and out was McDonald, but unable to get a shot off was Toronto. Now here comes Morrow. Morrow looking for the hat trick. He passes in front. Great save there from Loftus as Tyler Smith was streaking right down the middle of the ice, and Loftus got his stick on it. Now Smith shoots again off the post. Here comes DeGazio. DeGazio coming in. He flips to himself. He goes back across off the post himself. Rebound went to Preet. His shot went off the side of the net. They battle for it under. Into DeGazio in front. He can't get a shot off. Now the Selects look to clear, but they can't. Here's McDermott. McDermott's got space. He's looking to go coast to coast. McDermott shot, he scores! Austin McDermott goes end to end and beats William Loftus over the right-hand shoulder to tie this game up at 5 with 10:57 to go. A crazy wrist shot after he went around two guys from Toronto perfectly in the top corner. Evens this game up at 5. Oh, perfectly. Hackett under his own net. He sends it up, but it's kept in at the line. Sticked aside by Loftus. Toronto able to clear their zone. It's going to send McDermott back. McDermott's got it again. McDermott looks to go up the strong side boards, but it's knocked away. But McDermott gets it back. Makes a move around one, but he's pressured. Puck comes to the middle, and the Selects are just going to send it out of their zone. Does it have enough for icing? It does. 10:07 to go here in the third period, all tied up at 5. Been a crazy third period so far. Both teams already hitting posts, and the Western Selects get the first 2 goals of this period. But by the way this game has gone, there's more in the future. Face-off is won by the Selects. They look to send it up the wall. It's Leibowitz. Leibowitz finds Karpatsev. Karpatsev motors around. He finds Connolly, but it's knocked off his stick and all the way out to center ice. Here's Grieger. Gavin Grieger is going to go off the boards, but it's intercepted by Ruiz. Ruiz sends it in deep. Puck comes up the boards for Leibowitz. He deflects it nicely to the middle of the ice. Here come the Selects. They lose it, though. Leibowitz gets it, pulls up just before the offsides line, and he finds Connolly. Connolly has it taken away by Richards. Richards rims it all the way around for Sioux. Sioux's got all kinds of space on the far side boards, and we're going to have offsides. It's like 2 players had a collision there, which resulted in the Toronto player ending up on the wrong side of the blue line, and with 9:08 left, we have an offsides whistle. Both teams make changes, and now's a good time to mention that overtime for this tournament is a 5-minute 3-on-3 period. If no score, then there will be a 3-round shootout, and a sudden death shootout will follow. Here's Preet. Preet saucers one to the middle, but nobody home. Here come the Selects. It's Blake. Blake moving in. He moves it out wide to Morrow. Morrow looking for the hat trick. It's saved. Rebound. Glove save by Loftus, and then he does another windmill. Just to let everybody know he got that one in his glove. Good first and second save there from Loftus. 8:42 to go with the face-off to the right of William Loftus here. Morrow still looking for that hat trick. He and Leibowitz both on hat trick watch from earlier on in this game. Rimmed around. That shot bounces in. Rebounds there. Very nicely cleared by Ruiz. There were two select forwards looking for it, and he held that puck away from both of them and was able to clear. Here's Preet. Preet makes a move to his backhand, but he gets angled off by Morrow. Now here come the selects. It's Smith. Smith hit a post earlier this period. And that puck goes all the way across to the boards. Here's Preet. Preet gets taken down, no call, but here comes DeGazio. DeGazio comes in, he shoots, he scores! Flying past everyone was Nate DeGazio, and he goes backhand, forehand over the glove of Henry McDonald. And with a 1-goal lead with 7:55 to go, Toronto Elite has put themselves ahead. What I really thought could have been a trip as Preet went down, DeGazio just picked up that puck and put on the burners and blew past everyone for a breakaway. Here's McGavin. They look to move it up the wall, but the selects are there. Here's McDermott walking in. His shot patted aside, rebound off the side of the net, rebound again off the side of the net. They look to center again, net comes off, and it's cleared. Now they're going the other way. McDermott's got it. He clears to Stevens. Stevens with a nice pass to Melnikov. And that was whistled for offsides as the player goes head first into the boards. Looks like he's going to be a little slow to get up, but he's all right. 7:19 to go here in the third. 6-5 Toronto. You can feel the tension in this rink. Face-off won by Toronto, and they're just going to chip it behind the select defenseman. Under his own net goes Mulligan. He sends it up. Finds its way to Max Thompson, who goes off the boards looking for his teammate, and Richards sends it under the net. More pressure as Richards has it now. Toronto still has it. Walking around is DiPiermonico. DiPiermonico has it stripped. The selects fan on in that Zamboni door corner. As it comes across now, DiPiermonico loses his stick. He's playing it with his feet. Now the selects finally win it from him. They find Leibowitz. Leibowitz cuts the middle. He's going to have a breakaway. Leibowitz goes backhand, forehand, glove saved by Loftus. Robbed of the hat trick yet again is Leibowitz, as Loftus stayed right with them in all those stick handles and kept his glove up and got that puck. Here comes Hackett. Hackett puts it around a defender. He's going to go under the net. Hackett chips to himself. He's still got it. Puck comes out of the zone. Now here's Sue. Sue went to toe drag, but it's knocked away by Leibowitz. Little bit of a scrum, but the puck enters the Toronto zone. Here's DeGazia. DeGazia had it stripped, but it's followed up by Richards, who gets it in deep. Russo under his own net. He moves it up to Smith, but his pass is blocked by Lee. Now Preet's got it. Preet's shielding, but he can't center it. Here's Smith. Smith sends it under, is going to get his own dump in. He went to pull it to the front, but it's knocked away. And here comes DeGazia. He's turning on the Jets. DeGazia with a toe drag, but it's knocked away by Russo. They battle forward in the corner. It comes to the point, and Ruiz. Ruiz sends it to the front of the net. Preet had it, tried a turnaround shot, but it's knocked away. Here comes Mahari Morrow. Morrow and Smith. Morrow's shot blocker saved by Loftus. Over to CJ Panza, but it's won by Lee. Lee moves it up to Preet. Preet looking back for Lee, gets it to him. Lee clears the zone, but it's shut off there by Blake, and now the Selects have numbers. Here comes Panza. He's going to shoot. It's deflected. Rebound. Oh, what a save by Loftus. Another rebound shot goes wide from Morrow. Now it's under the net. They still stay on at the Selects. Morrow's giving chase. Morrow's got it now. He's going to walk right down Main Street. He went to get it to his forehand, but it got knocked away, and DeGazio's got it. DeGazio just chips it out and goes for a change, and Panza has it again. He moves it to Morrow. Morrow takes a slap shot, but that's blocked. Stevens went to take a shot, but he fanned on it. Looking for a rebound attempt there was Melnikov, but he couldn't get anything on it. And Elite looks to clear. Toronto racing down the ice is DiPiermonico. DiPiermonico chips it past one. He's going to have space. He looks to cut in. He's going back around. He centers. Nobody home. Thompson couldn't get to it at the point. That puck's going to leave the zone. 3:10 remaining in the third period. We'll keep an eye on Henry McDonald for when the Western Selects look to pull him. But here comes McDermott. He's already got a goal. Another shot over the shoulder. He scores! Austin McDermott does it again. This time deflects off the shoulder of William Loftus. And this game is tied at 6 with 2:56 to go. McDermott just buzzing down that right wing side as a defenseman. 2 times now has put that puck over the shoulder of William Loftus. This time tying the game up at 5 late here in the third period. Jailbreak right off the faceoff, and here comes Stevens. Stevens fires one again, deflected off Loftus, up the post, and Ruiz clears. Ruiz reverses ice behind the net. He moves it up. He's got Richards. Richards tips it over to Hackett. Here comes Hackett. Hackett leaves it for Richards. Richards looks to go across, but nobody there. Gives it away to Stevens. Stevens moves it up to Melnikov. Melnikov had nothing going, and Richards has it again. Richards goes around one. He gets it. Support by Preet and Hackett. Hackett looks to chip it to himself, but Longridge gets it. They look to go up the strong side board. Sue sets it down. Sue sends it under, gives Richards a chance. Intercepted by Hackett. Here comes Hackett right down Main Street. Looks to stick handle, goes between the legs, backhand off the post, rebound, they score! On the spot was Cooper Richards as Josh Hackett went right between the defender's legs, and his backhander went off the post, and it went right to Cooper Richards, who was Johnny on the spot and buried it. And just as quickly as this game was tied, Toronto takes the lead again. 7-6 with 1:50 to go. We'll keep an eye on McDonald again for when the Selects look to pull him. They go forward off the face-off, but it's possessed by Toronto. Sue has it. He's going to send it the length of the ice, but it's kicked by Mulligan, then sent in deep. Here comes Leibowitz. He's got a little bit of space, but Hackett gets to it first. Now it's Mulligan again. Mulligan looks to chip it in deep, but it's held by Ruiz. Ruiz gains the red line, and he sends it in deep. Here's Grieger. Grieger moves it across to Mulligan. Mulligan had a little trouble with it. He sends it back across to Grieger. 1:05 to go in the third. Mulligan looks for a pass up the middle, but it looks like we're going to have icing. With 1:01 to go. Faceoff's going to come all the way back to the Western Selects. I would not be surprised to see a timeout here by the Western Selects. And there we go. Timeout is taken by the Western Selects with 1:01 to go, down a goal. The faceoff is going to come to the right of Henry McDonald, who's going to have to stay in his net momentarily as they're going to try to get that puck into the Toronto zone so they can get that extra attacker on. For those of you that were watching the game before, we had a situation very similar to this where we saw Pro Hockey tie the game late with their goalie pulled against the Minnesota Blades. This game has been nonstop action. It's gone back and forth all game long. As soon as one team you feel like has it, the other team lands another punch. It's just been blow after blow here in this third period. Both teams break away from their benches. Looks like we're going to have Leibowitz, Karpatsev, and Connolly out there for the forwards for the Selects. DiPiermonico, Richards, and Preet out there for Toronto. Toronto wins the faceoff. It's DiPiermonico in the corner. He goes to center it, but Preet gets it. He's holding it under the line. 50 seconds to go. They look to center. Preet whiffs on a slap shot, but he still gets it. He backhands it into the far corner now. Leibowitz is going to be the first one there. He passes it up. Thompson holds it in. They get the puck out of the zone, though, do the Selects. Momentarily, Preet wins it, but he sends it back, but Mulligan has it. Blake chips it in. There goes McDonald. They're going to get the extra attacker out with 30 seconds to go. It's Connolly who gets it, but he loses it. Puck's going to get sent the length of the ice, and it's going to be wide, and we're going to have icing. 19.6 to go. Western Selects do not have their timeout. Only Toronto does. Faceoff's going to be to the right of William Loftus. Mahari Morrow has been the extra attacker. Blake and Grieger out there on defense. Face-off, they try to shoot it, they don't, but it comes to Morrow. Morrow looks backdoor, but it's caught and iced. And that's going to be icing with 10.0 seconds left to go. Thompson wasted no time when he got that puck, just looking to clear. Put a little bit too much on it, though. And that puck ended up going the length of the ice. Face off again to the right of Loftus. They win it to the quarter. Ruiz has it. It gets turned over, though. They bring it to the front of the net. Can't get a shot off. 1 second left. They stick handle. Too late, and it's saved anyways. Toronto Elite holds on for the 7-6 victory here in the last game of the day at Mount Prospect Ice Arena. What a game. Both these teams just going back and forth all game long. Toronto Elite lands the last punch, and they are able to hold off the Western Selects just enough by the skin of their teeth. As that's going to be it for me here today. My name is Andrew Rubin. It's been a pleasure to bring you guys this action of what has been just a phenomenal day of hockey here. As once again, your final score is Toronto Elite 7, Western Select 6.
Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Test, test.
Austin, what a game for you, my guy. 2 goals in that game, including one to tie it late. Walk me through those 2 goals that you scored.
Well, the first goal, it was just awesome how I shot it through the kid's stick and all of a sudden went through the top left.
And then that second goal as well also went top left too, right?
Yeah, bounced off the goalie's helmet or the pad and went in.
You hit the shrug celebration kind of like that. That's very famous here in Chicago as something that Michael Jordan would do. Is that kind of like your go-to celebration, or was it just in the
No.
moment?
In the moment.
In the moment? Well, who is your favorite NHL player, Austin?
Austin Matthews.
Austin Matthews, is it because of his name or because of how he plays?
How he plays and his name.
And his name?
Yeah.
You want your team to sign Austin Matthews? Who's your favorite NHL team?
Maple Leafs.
Maple Leafs? Do you think he's going to leave, or do you think he's going to stay when his
He's-
contract's over?
He's staying.
He's staying? What if he wants to come to Chicago and play with Connor Bedard?
Might.
He might, yeah. He might just have it. What's your favorite meal before a game?
Jersey Mike's or Subway.
Jersey Mike's? What sandwich do you get at Jersey Mike's?
Plain white bread, ham, and lettuce.
That's your favorite one? Do you feel like you score goals if you get that
Yeah.
sandwich? Well, tell your parents you need to get a Jersey Mike's sandwich before tomorrow's game, all right?
All right.
All right, good job today. Way to score 2 goals. Congratulations, Austin.
Thanks.
Josh, great job out there today, man. You were flying all over the ice, all over the score sheet. Walk me through one of your goals.
Well, on one of them I was just trying to get a puck to the net, backhand, but squeaked through the goalie and kind of went in there from there.
That last play where you guys scored your 7th goal, you stick handled around a few guys and your shot ended up hitting off the post before it bounced right to Cooper. Can you walk me through that play, how you kind of stick handled? Looked like you almost went between their defender's legs.
So I was kind of seeing him. He was cheating to the middle, so I kind of just put the puck in through his feet and then went from there.
Yeah, and that ended up being the difference in the game, that 7th goal. What's your favorite dessert?
I'd have to go with cake.
Cake? What kind of cake?
Chocolate, I would say.
Chocolate cake and chocolate frosting or vanilla frosting?
Either way, I would be good with.
So there's a restaurant here in Chicago that has very famous chocolate cake. It's called Portillo's. I think you earned yourself a slice of Portillo's chocolate cake, Josh. What do you think about that?
That would be good for me.
Yeah.
I would definitely enjoy it. I have to get my parents to agree to that, though.
Uh,
It'd be pretty hard.
After the way you played today, I think that shouldn't take very much convincing. You ready for the rest of this tournament, Josh?
Yeah,
Well, very good job today, and good luck the rest of the way.
thank you.